When you walk through the vibrant streets of Ho Chi Minh City, the air is filled with energy, the sound of motorbikes rushing by, the aroma of street food, the laughter of locals, and the soft echo of traditional music coming from an old radio somewhere. Amid all this modern chaos, there's something unexpectedly calm and timeless: the art of Vietnamese calligraphy, known locally as Thu Phap Chu Viet. It's more than just beautiful handwriting. It's a living bridge between past and present, between words and emotions, between soul and paper. For many Vietnamese people, calligraphy is not only an art form, it's a philosophy, a way of seeing life through the flow of ink. And for travelers coming to Saigon, the city that never sleeps, yet never forgets its roots, meeting a Vietnamese calligrapher can be one of the most unforgettable moments of their journey. Where words carry the soul. Vietnamese calligraphy has deep roots. It started centuries ago when scholars wrote in Chu Han, Chinese characters, later evolved into Chu Nam, and finally took on its modern form, Thu Phap Chu Viet, written using the Latin-based Vietnamese alphabet. At first glance, you might think calligraphy is simply about writing beautifully. But in Vietnam, each stroke of the brush carries meaning. The way the ink spreads, the rhythm of each line, and the balance between black and white, all of it reflects the writer's emotions at that moment. An old Vietnamese saying goes, "Net chu, net nuoi," your handwriting shows your character. And in the world of calligraphy, this saying becomes literal truth. A gentle, patient person's strokes are soft and balanced. A passionate artist's strokes may be wild and expressive. Each piece of calligraphy is a mirror of the artist's heart. When you hold a piece of Vietnamese calligraphy in your hands, you're not just seeing a word like love or peace. You're holding someone's feelings, discipline, and years of silent practice. The revival of a forgotten art. For a time, during the rapid modernization of Vietnam, calligraphy almost faded from daily life. Schools focused on modern writing, young people turned to computers, and brush and ink seemed to belong only to the past. But something remarkable happened. As the country opened its doors to the world and people began to rediscover their cultural identity, the art of Thu Phap Chu Viet found new life. Young artists started experimenting, blending traditional brush techniques with modern Vietnamese script. They wrote meaningful words like Nan, patience, and peace, Tom, heart, each carrying deep Vietnamese philosophy. Social media gave calligraphy a new stage, while cultural festivals gave it a new heartbeat. Now, when Lunar New Year, Tet, comes, streets and pagodas fill with calligraphers dressed in áo dai, sitting by red paper scrolls, writing blessings for people who line up with hopeful smiles. These aren't just decorations, they're wishes for health, luck, and harmony written by hand with intention and care. For many Vietnamese, visiting a calligrapher during Tet is a cherished ritual. For tourists, it's a rare chance to witness a living piece of culture, something that feels both intimate and sacred. Meeting the masters in Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City, or Saigon, as locals lovingly call it, is one of the best places to experience Vietnamese calligraphy today. While the city is known for its skyscrapers, coffee culture, and nightlife, it's also home to quiet corners where tradition is alive and well. One such place is the Temple of Literature, Van Mu Tran Bien, where calligraphers often gather to perform and teach. Another is the Youth Cultural House, Na Van Hoa Tan Nien, especially during festivals and cultural weeks, when dozens of calligraphy tables appear and the scent of ink fills the air. Here, tourists can sit beside a Vietnamese calligrapher, usually dressed in an elegant áo dai or áo the, and watch as they dip a brush into black ink, their hand moving with gentle precision. Within seconds, a blank sheet of red paper turns into a piece of art, often accompanied by a smile and a conversation about the meaning of the chosen word.
Many travelers describe the experience as unexpectedly emotional. Some say it feels like time slows down, as if, for a few minutes, the city's noise fades away, and all that remains is the brush, the ink, and the shared silence of creation. In some workshops, visitors can even try writing themselves. It's not easy, your hand must breathe with the brush. Every movement must be calm yet confident. One wrong flick, and the meaning changes entirely. But when you manage to create a single beautiful stroke, it feels like magic. When tourists become artists. Imagine this, a traveler from Europe, sitting under the shade of a tamarind tree in District 1, trying to write the word tom, which means heart or soul. A Vietnamese calligrapher sits beside them, guiding their hand slowly. The visitor's brush trembles a little, ink dripping unevenly, but the artist smiles and says, "Don't worry. Let your heart move before your hand does." That's the essence of Thu Phap Chu Viet. It's not about perfection. It's about mindfulness, being fully present with each stroke. And that's why this art connects so deeply with travelers who are searching for meaning in their journeys. For many tourists, learning Vietnamese calligraphy becomes more than a cultural activity. It becomes a meditation. A chance to feel something timeless, to step into the shoes of Vietnamese scholars, poets, and monks who once used the same brushes to express their deepest thoughts. Some visitors even take their calligraphy piece home as a keepsake, framed on their wall. But more than a souvenir, it's a reminder of a moment of peace found in a bustling city. A bridge between cultures. Vietnamese calligraphy is now finding its way into international exhibitions, workshops, and even collaborations with modern design and digital art. But its spirit remains unchanged. It's still about the harmony between word and soul. When tourists visit Ho Chi Minh City, they often expect street food, nightlife, or shopping. Yet many leave talking about something more profound, the warmth of meeting a calligrapher, the quiet moment of learning a brushstroke, the story behind each word. In a way, these encounters become cultural exchanges, moments where two worlds meet not through language, but through emotion. A French traveler may not speak Vietnamese, but when they see the word and written gracefully, they understand, peace is universal. A Japanese visitor might compare the brushstrokes to Shoto, finding comfort in the shared rhythm of Asian artistry. Ho Chi Minh City, with its open heart and vibrant energy, continues to be the stage where this art thrives, not locked away in museums, but alive in markets, temples, and studios. Here, the old and the new coexist, like brush and ink, like past and present. The art that teaches us to feel. At the end of the day, Thu Phap Chu Viet reminds us that art doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes, the most touching stories are told in silence, through a brush, a breath, and a single word on paper. So, if you ever find yourself in Ho Chi Minh City, take a moment to step away from the skyscrapers and cafes. Find a quiet stall or cultural space where the scent of ink lingers. Watch the artist's hand dance on red paper. Ask them what the word means. Maybe it's tin, love, and peace, or nan, patience. And when you take that piece of calligraphy home, remember, you're not just carrying a souvenir. You're carrying a piece of Vietnamese soul. Because sometimes, the most meaningful part of travel isn't what you see. It's what you feel.